The Empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Used since before the days of the Roman Empire to support the body's natural systems and enhance overall health. Introducing the new InfoWarsLife.com oil of oregano formulation, a highly advanced nutraceutical form of this key herb that has been traditionally used by civilizations for thousands of years to promote health. We have now procured the most high quality and potent forms of oregano oil on the market, sourced from top leading manufacturers to ensure a concentrated level of bioactive ingredients. Extracted directly from the wild herb and sealed in easy-to-use capsules, you will no longer need to endure the burning of liquid oregano on the tongue. Wild crafted from the Mediterranean oregano species that experts agree is one of the most powerful and most challenging to acquire. This winter season, it's more important than ever to secure this true form of oil of oregano. Now available in our limited first run at InfoWarsLife.com. That's InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139. Year after year, we watch the threat steadily increase. And now, this winter has been the worst on record when it comes to our immune systems and health. For more than 2 years, InfoWarsLife.com has been watching this crisis intensify, and Ancient Defense Herbal Immunity Complex was our answer. Using a proprietary process that takes ancient proven herbs and combines them with modern science, this powerful and affordable formula contains more than 14 key herbs and extracts, including echinacea, ginger root, elderberry, golden seal root, a proprietary yin chio formula, and many, many more. I take it, and so does my family. It's made in the USA, gluten-free, alcohol-free, no artificial flavors or colors, and not tested on animals. Take advantage of this introductory offer for Ancient Defense, normally $19.95, now only $14.95. That's 25% off. Visit InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139 to secure your Ancient Defense. In the near future.
When you realize how fake it all is, the football, the basketball.
Alert. Security alert. This is Homeland Security. Analysis. InfoWars building independent media operation.
You let the worst people get controlled and tell us that we are the ones responsible.
Prime directive. Discredit Alex Jones.
Jones is the wildly popular conspiracy theorist.
A popular conspiracy theory talk show called InfoWars.
Alex Jones is now in an Austin jail.
These people are assaulting us.
Targeting of patriots engaged.
They are never going to stop. They're never going to deviate from their program until we stop them.
Block free iPhone app at Infowars.com. Block free podcast and video feed. Imperative. Destroy Prison Planet TV.
You gotta set your eye on the enemy, not worry about what propaganda they put out. Intellectually, it's begun. You can feel it.
Severe riches and wisdom. So we have even right there.
What's his name?
This is an emergency transmission from FEMA Region 6 in occupied North America.
There is a war. It's happening now. It will decide the fate of humanity. The time to choose sides has come. We are the resistance. We are the InfoWar.
Joe Biggs here with Infowars.com. Now, back in 2011, we wrote an article here at Infowars talking about the Progressive Auto Insurance dongle, the Snapshot. Now, what that is a device you plug into your car that allows Progressive to see whether or not you are a safe driver. It monitors your speed, your braking habits, all of that good stuff, and it sends the information back to them and lets them know if they should lower your insurance or not. Well, here we are, 2015. And we now know, based off of Forbes and the Hacker News, that this is a device that can be easily hacked into. They can stop your brakes, accelerate your car, and do pretty much whatever. Now, we all know the incident that happened with my friend Michael Hastings, where his car just shot down the road, exploded, hit a tree. This is something that we live in now, a digital age. We are now at a point where almost every car is able to be hacked into because we have these computer systems inside it. Now they're trying to get you to plug a device into your car that will actually allow hackers to get into it. So just a few days after Michael Hastings died, I received in the mail from Progressive Auto Insurance, because that's who I had at the time, was this box that said the Snapshot. Open it up and it says plug it in your car and get your insurance rate lowered. Well, I threw that away because I was disgusted by the fact of what just happened to my friend. I didn't trust anything being put into my car. But wonder what would happen if I hadn't thrown that away and I actually plugged that device into my car.
Hey, what you looking at?
What's going on?
Well, you look like you're here to save some money on your car insurance.
Yeah, I don't know what I should get. I was checking the Snapshot thing out. What do you mean? What do you know about it?
Well, basically you just need to agree to let us track all of your movements. This will just easily plug into your car. We'll track your movements, upload it online. Probably the cloud will be really helpful, so we can just kind of see if you're a safe driver.
Well, I saw in a Forbes article that these things can be hacked. Do you know anything about that?
Forbes? Huh, I don't think so.
Is it safe?
Very safe and effective.
Well, I guess I'll go with this. It seems like a good thing to try.
You're making the right decision.
Sweet.
And sure enough, he had a big story on CIA corruption coming out. He was in contact with WikiLeaks and was about to do a big data dump. And the official WikiLeaks has come out and said they talked to him 1 hour before his car blew up. And he said, the FBI's after me. They're investigating me. We've got to hurry up and get this done. Well, they got you done. And the police instantly said no foul play, which is always suspicious. The engine got blown down the road. Witnesses said the car caught on fire and blew up driving down the street.
Yes, I have the target now. No, it isn't the ringleader. It's codename Little Biggs. Yes, the target is in the vehicle. Do I have the go-ahead to terminate? Roger, standing by for clearance. Roger that. Termination is a go. Cutting brakes. Disabling airbags. Accelerating car to a high speed. The target is no longer a threat. One down, 5 to go.
That report is up on Infowars.com. It's very powerful. It deserves to get millions of views. It needs to. Car hacking, someone dies at the end is the name of the video. We're going to retweet it, Facebook it. Please put it on your Twitter, your Facebook, because all of the appliances in your house, everything the government admits is to be controlled and surveil you. Samsung has come out and said their televisions are watching and listening to you. So, quote, watch what you have to say. Gerald Celente, I want to get into trends here with you. And, of course, trendsresearch.com. And I want to break that down and then take some calls. But hearing that report, folks can go to the site and see it. It's more powerful if you see it. This is really what's going on. And we believe, and we went to California to investigate, that Hastings was basically hacked and driven into the tree. We talked to his family and others. He was running for his life from the feds and a Homeland Security counterterrorism force. He was involved in secret operations. He was probably CIA. We talked to his wife, who thought he'd been probably killed. Joe Biggs knew her, went to the funeral. He was good friends with Hastings. And then she changed her whole story. But regardless, the technology itself to surveil and tax us by the mile, and now it's all being announced. Are we stupid enough to let this happen, Gerald Celente?
Well, we're not, but most people are. And it just goes back to what you were talking about with the vaccinations. How would that woman on Fox say something to the effect that, you know, this is a time when you should listen to Big Brother? So fear and hysteria are very easy sales to make. And it goes back to the Brian Williams. It goes back to propaganda. So there are people like us, and that's why they attack people like you and me, because we don't take their baloney or buy their BS, and we can't be paid off. We say what we believe and what we think is factual rather than sucking up and selling their lies. So I think the majority of Americans will gladly buy it because, quote, they're going to protect us and make us safe, just like with this vaccination thing. By the way, here's a story that no one's talking about in the news. I started going back and looking up some old research. I remember when they were selling estrogen for women, hormone replacements. You're getting into menopause? We got a solution for you. And they kept selling this nonstop. And anyone that came out against it, they were branded just like they're branding people now that don't want to inoculate a tiny little baby that comes out of the mother's womb after being in there for 9 months and then shooting it up with his whole array of unknown toxins and saying it's okay.
Yeah, where's the common sense? I mean, any idiot knows that's not smart.
They did the same thing with estrogen. Then when they found out that it did everything to kill women that they said they were going to save them with, they hardly talked about it. I wrote about this in detail back in 2002.
I remember when it all came out that estrogen had given millions of women cancer.
Yes, but and remember how those same little low-life people on NBC, CBS, ABC, the Cartoon News Network, CNN, went after everyone that said that these were dangerous to women's health. And then when they were proven to be dangerous, not a peep from the prostitutes. So again, the biggest story is, going back to the hacking, is it's a takeover. It's the top story in the Trends Journal. The grand manipulation. By the way, that's written by Dr. Paul Craig Roberts, of course you know, on your show, former Assistant Treasury Secretary under Ronald Reagan. This is a complete takeover. The government has been taken over. The multinationals are in charge. This is a conspiracy theory. Oh, how about that Trans-Pacific Partnership that nobody's talking about, huh? Isn't that a nice one?
Well, that's what's frustrating, is that it's all out in the open. They don't even hide it anymore.
Because people, smartphones, how about dumb phones? How about all this technology has made people even less connected because their minds are going into so many different directions that they're not paying attention to the facts. It's easy to manipulate the masses now more than ever. By the way, the French have just proven they're as stupid as Americans. And I could give you the proof. Go back to before 9/11. George Bush just gets elected. He's only in office, what, about 8 months? His popularity is going below 50% after just getting elected. 9/11 happens. Man, the imbecile in chief became a brilliant guy. Go look what happened over there in France. Hollande's popularity rating was 12%. Now, with that attack over there, it's pushing up over 50%. People buy propaganda really quickly, and now that they're in control of all these different elements that wire us together, their power is even greater. And that's why they try to, Media Matters. Media Matters for this. They're a wasted organization. All they do is pump the Democratic BS baloney and attack anyone that attacks their little boys and girls.
Gerald, I want to race through, because I promised to go to callers. They want to talk to you. They got questions. But race through some of the trends that are developing, because you've pretty accurately guessed what was coming up last year into this year. What else are you watching right now?
All right, on the economic front, look at the volatility in the markets. Yesterday, crude was down in West Texas, 5.5%, 6%. The day before it was up. Now it's back up again, 5.5%, 6%. Look at the markets. The market will be up 250 points. All of a sudden, 20 minutes before closing, it's down. Day after day, the volatility in the markets, the equity markets worldwide since the beginning of this year, is like nothing I have ever seen before. It's out of control.
Doesn't it speak to rigging? It hurts the average investor, but helps the insiders?
It's all rigged. Again, the grand manipulation. And one of the other stories in the Trends Journal is bankism.